Welcome back to another episode of Bravo Breaking News.
This week, we got a bomb dropped right on us in the form of the Vanderpump Rules mid-season trailer.
That's right, we were gifted by the Bravo gods with what is quite possibly the most explosive preview I've ever seen, and we even got a first look at the Scandival footage.
I've watched it 1,000 times. I'm sure you have as well. We're going to break it all down for you guys, but first, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any Bravo breaking news.
So we get a glimpse at what's to come this season. And of course, we have Sheena's wedding. We get to see Katie and Ariana working on something about her.
Wow, it looks amazing. We got the space.
We even get a peek at Katie's dating life.
I'm excited. I don't know what to expect.
We also get this scene with Tom in bed with a kind of mystery woman that we can't really see her face, which I know sent fans, me included, kind of reeling because we know that Scandival footage is edited into this. So when you first watched it, who did you think it was?
I mean, there's so many pieces in this trailer that are mysterious, and I've been like pausing, freezing on frames to try to say, who is that? Who is that person? When was this conversation happening? I think that in this particular scene that you're talking about in bed, I think it's Sandoval kissing Ariana because they haven't, as far as we know, Raquel and Tom have only kissed once on camera, and I doubt it was like a bedroom scene. So to me, this looks like they're waking up in Mexico at Sheena's wedding.
Yes.
What did you think?
That was also my thought. Even though everybody was, all up in arms, I don't think that Tom, as much of a scumbag as he is, would be in bed with Raquel quite yet.
Well, I mean, they already have been in bed, just not on camera.
Ugh.
So then we see Sheena talking to Raquel. This is when, pre-restraining order, what may or may not be a punch in the face. And they're kind of laughing, and Sheena's saying,
I was the OG home-wrecking whore of this group, and then came Lala, and now here you are.
And now the torch is being passed to you, Raquel, and Raquel's kind of laughing it off. The question is, obviously, Sheena and Raquel are no longer speaking post-Scandival. So the question is, who are they referring to in this scene? Are they referring to Schwartz? Are they referring to Oliver? Both of them? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know how much of the Oliver storyline is going to play out on this show. We see on social media that like his wife, reveals that they were still together and all that stuff. But I don't know how much of that is actually on the show. So my thought was, it's about Schwartz. Even though him and Katie aren't together, they're not officially divorced yet.
Right. And so Katie, then we see Katie sharing some strong feelings about that.
We're not divorced yet. This is my husband.
She's like, you're making out with my husband. We're not divorced yet. Like, he's still my husband. And all of a sudden we see James saying,
He wants to the out of Raquel.
You guys are disgusting.
Seems like Allie might be getting annoyed that James is talking about her so much. And Katie, once again, said
I want to light them both on fire.
she's going to light both of them on fire. So, if you see Katie holding a match, just run, because she is really intent on lighting.
That is her official motto of the season. She wants to burn the house down, and I don't blame her.
Just burn it all down.
We get this peek at Ariana and Tom, and I think it might be post-Scandival.
Having sex like 4 times a year.
I cannot have sex with somebody who feels like a stranger.
And I have a lot of thoughts on this. Okay. First, just because you're not having sex does not in any way give Tom the excuse to cheat. Do you agree?
Oh my God, completely agree.
Okay, he should be upfront with her, and they need to talk it through and not just go mess around and find it somewhere else. And now, secondly, I want to get your thoughts on what she means by him feeling like a stranger. Does she mean that literally or like emotionally? Like emotionally, they're really not connected anymore, or physically, he's just not there because he's always at Schwartz and Sandy's.
Yeah, it's an interesting point. And I'm really curious to see when this scene actually happened in the timeline, because I feel like the trailer's kind of jumping all around and there's a lot of unknowns here. But if this was prior to the affair being revealed and they're just kind of having this talk about, they're in a slump. Yeah, I mean, if he's having an affair and she's not aware yet, then he very well could feel emotionally distant. If he's in love with Raquel, they're wearing these matching necklaces and, saying they want to be together, but he's still carrying on this relationship with Ariana. Of course, he's going to feel different and like a stranger, as she says. But I also do think that there's a factor of him being gone a lot. They talked about that a couple episodes ago where, he's working late, she's leaving the house early. So like they're kind of just ships in the night passing, and they're never really getting to spend quality time together. And Ariana has said also that like quality time is her love language. And so if she's not getting that, then, she won't feel connected to the person.
Very true.
So then we see Ariana like in the pool with some guy, they're kind of like hugging, looking flirty. It has been revealed that he is just a friend. So there's no no love interest there. And then we get Schwartz kind of saying, yeah, man.
Open relationships are tough.
And it's like, again, this open relationship thing, like where does this come into play? I have a feeling that it's before, I think this is pre-Scandival footage.
Yeah, I
What do you
agree,
think?
because that definitely seemed to be a storyline before any of the Scandival news broke. But I'm just wondering, like, who is egging on this conversation? Like, we see Tom deny this. So I want to know, like, where the root of it is. Like, where does this come from? Who's talking about it? And like, why does it keep getting brought up if we see that Tom has denied it? I think that was after the season wrapped filming, but still, I just want to know how the conversation started.
Right. Like, who's bringing this up? Who's the conversation even about? Maybe it's not even about Sandoval and Ariana, and we're just assuming that. I don't know. But then we saw Sheena asking him in the earlier trailer. I don't know. But either way, it's like, yeah, if your partner is, bringing up the possibility of exploring an open relationship, that's not a great sign.
It's not. And that's when this trailer like takes a very dark turn. We start to see a lot of footage that they've shot in the past couple weeks, starting with Sheena basically saying,
This is a full-blown love affair.
we see Sheena in the white bucket hat, and that is from the day the news broke and the girls went to support Ariana at her house. So this is fresh off of the breaking Scandival news. And, it sounds like they're kind of dissecting the details of what went on between Tom and Raquel.
Can I just say, I love the investigative journalism that you put into this, that all these fans in the collective Bravo universe put into this, and identifying, what people are wearing and when these clips are corresponding to real life. Like, it's just amazing. Our dedication is, it's unparalleled.
We're committed to the craft.
Exactly. So we see, Sandoval, what we presume is this Sandoval-Ariana scene that they film, 2 or 3 days after this news broke. And we see him saying,
I wish we both would have tried harder.
and it's like, I just cringed so hard at that moment. Like, this is not a we, Tom. This is a you. This is on you. This is not on Ariana.
100%.
And like, how dare you sit there and say, I wish we would have tried harder. And her response is perfect. She's like,
you don't deserve one tear of mine.
You don't deserve one tear of mine. I think she is, in this moment, in this scene, she is like totally numb. She has processed the initial shock of what's happening, her life being blown up, being betrayed by not only her partner, but someone who she considered a close friend. And she, at this point, is just totally numb and almost like emotionless. And it's pretty chilling. We also see Raquel, a flash of Raquel saying,
I don't regret our relationship.
They're sneaky here because with the story of the trailer, it looks like she'd be talking about Sandoval. But I think that in that clip, she's actually talking about Tom Schwartz. Where's your head at with that?
I agree. This isn't the first time the editors have pulled a fast one on us. They've done it with Kathy on Beverly Hills, and they're going to do it again with this because there's so many eyes watching this trailer. But yeah, she's talking about Schwartz for sure. And if she doesn't regret it about Schwartz, though, I think that says a lot. I don't think she's going to regret it about Sandoval, even though we do expect an apology from her at the reunion. So we'll see. But we see another flash of the girls at Ariana's, and Sheena is talking about the black eye.
I had so much rage in me.
She is mentioning it all. She said she had so much rage in her and kind of makes this motion of almost like pushing or shoving, which I think, confirms that while we don't know about the black eye, we do know that there was a physical altercation, and, she was basically pissed. And honestly, I don't blame her for reacting that way in the moment about this news breaking. I feel like I would almost react in the same way.
Yeah, it's, you can tell that she is really feeling this deeply for her friend. And then we get what can only be described as the most dramatic 5 seconds of our lives, Kim. There is no more talking. There is only sound, and it is ominous. It is dark. It is suspenseful. We get flashes of Ariana screaming. We get flashes of Tom getting physical. Who's Raquel hugging? Is it Ariana? Is it Lala? I can't tell, but it's someone with a blonde bun. We get Lisa Vanderpump almost in tears saying,
You will learn how to deal with your problems.
When is that scene taking place? Because everyone's there. Everyone's either upset or crying. You can tell Katie's, upset. And then Raquel's standing there smiling. When is this all happening? It's just, oh my God. It is just a cinematic masterpiece, this little mid-season trailer.
And then we end on what is quite possibly one of the most iconic Vanderpump Rules scenes of all time. Tom is just casually in the kitchen asking Ariana if she wants anything. And she says,
For you to die.
In just the most passive, aggressive, iconic way imaginable. And I just have to commend her. I mean, I know that she is full of hate and anger and rage, but she is really handling this like a champ. She's not holding back. She's telling Tom exactly how she feels, and she's not going to let him get away with this. So, I mean, I can't wait to see more of Ariana's reactions and bashing of Tom and Raquel as the season progresses and we get more and more of this new footage.
Oh my God. I thank God they picked up those cameras again, because this is just watching this play out it's insane. You really feel like you are a part of these people's lives. And the fact that we get to see this in nearly real time is just it's incredible.
It's truly incredible. And we will be here every week recapping the Vanderpump Rules and Scandoval journey that we are all on together. So make sure you tune in and subscribe so you don't miss any Bravo breaking news.
And make sure to check out our new Scandival-inspired merch you can find in our store, link on our YouTube channel.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.